In this video, I will try to show you how can I pass data from view to controller using Ajax. Let me show the version of this Laravel project, which is 5.8. This is fresh installation and I have done nothing in this fresh installation Laravel project. So let me create a controller, and as you know, the controller is always inside controller folder, and then app http controllers, and we should have any controller here. So let me make a controller php artisan make controller, and then controller name post controller. As you can see, the controller has been created and we have controller in this project. The second step is we need routes as well. So in the route folder, we have web.php, which is using for web routes. We already have a route for to loading the view file, and we will use welcome.blade.php in this form request video. So I'm going to create post uh, post route to posting the data. So we will use in the form action. So route post, and we need a URL. So suppose post data and then controller name. And controller name, as you know, we have post controller, and then we need to put here method name. Before putting the method name, let's create a method inside post controller. So public property function, and then post or receive data. Suppose we have received data method, and we can put here. So now this post route, what will do, actually this route will receive the data or will get the data whenever request will post on this URL. We can also assign the name to date route, which is very simple, post data, and this name we will use in the form. So let's go into view, and which is available inside resources folder, and in the resources folder there are few folder. One of them is views, and inside views we have welcome.php, sorry, welcome.blade.php. Here we will make a form, and we need few attributes here. Action post the action post will actually define the post type, and I'm sorry, it should be method should be post, and then action is actually we are using to to I mean the action is attribute is always using to post the data on the URL. So this is actually, here we need a URL. So here we are going to use the same route which we have created in the web.php, and which name is post data. Alright, and we are going to make some input here, label, name, and then we need input type, should be text, and suppose person name, and then beer, and we can copy and paste email and person email. Alright, and now we need a button here which type should be submit, and let's see if it is working or not. So let me execute the command here, php artisan serve, and in the browser we should have form, and we have form. Oops, I did not add a value on button. So here send or submit, and we have form, and now we can submit it. Let's submit, and we have 491 page expired. This is why, because we forget to add CSRF field. So CSRF underscore field, and let me show you again to you. Now we can post it. Alright, in the controller, if we return uh, anything like it is working, it is working. I don't know why there is queue coming. Let me check. I think it is coming from, yeah, here is, it is coming from web.php, and now we can post the form, but we need Ajax and we need validation in the controller. So in the controller, first we are going to add the Ajax. For Ajax, we need to add jQuery into welcome.blade.php. So script, and we need source, and we need CDN link to include jQuery library into our view file. Here is CDN link, and we just need to copy and paste here. The next step is I need to create JS file where I can put the JS stuff, and we are going to open public folder. Inside public folder you can see there is a JS folder. So in JS file folder I need to create any JS file. So suppose like dollar function, and let me save it with name of post.js. I just need to add alert here. This alert will let us know that the file has been loaded in the web.blade.php, and this function actually is using for, this the work of this function here to load the JS when all document once all document is rendered, then allow to execute the JS. Now the time to include this file into welcome.blade.php. So script, and then source, and I need the asset function here, which will help me to include this file. So file is inside JS folder, JS, and then file name post.js. Let me check in the browser, and as you can see, the file has been loaded into blade.php. The next step is we need to write the code inside post.js. Before going to post.js, I need to put an ID on the form. So ID, let's suppose we have ID which is form uh, data, and here I'm going to add an event ID pos data. It's mean it will select the form, and oh sorry, it is form data, not post data, and I need here submit event. So in submit, I need to make a function, and here I need the prevent default function, which will prevent the browser to execute. And let me check if it is working or no. Let me put once alert here. Yes, form has been submitted. And as you can see, the function is working fine. So let's go back here, and now we need to add Ajax function. But before adding the Ajax function, I need the route, I mean the URL where we will post our data. So since we created the post route, we cannot add statically in our JS. So here, as you can see, there is action attribute, so we don't need it, and we can make it data route, and we will get this route in the JS file. So suppose we have a variable which name is route, and then select route dot data, and here I put route, which is this one, and I need to put which, so this form route. Now time is to add Ajax function to posting data through Ajax. So dot $dot Ajax, and then we have some parameter type, and then URL, then data, and then success. Type is post, and URL is actually route, and data I need to add something for form data. So form underscore data, and here I need to add this, and then and then form data dot serialize function which will get the data of form. And here I need a function and response, and let me put the response here, console.log, and put the response here. I'm hoping this script should work, and let me check. Let me go here and let's see if it is working. Let me add here response and JSON status should be 200 and array suppose message and your form data has been submitted, and here I need request and then request. Let me check if it is working or no. So in the network let me submit, and you can see the post has been successfully posted on this URL, and we have response message your form data has been submitted. So next step is I need to add validation of posted data. So first of all I need to add validator, which is eliminate then support, then facade, and then validator. So here I need to make a validator. So validator equal to validator make, and the first parameter is all request, and the second parameter is which data we need to validate. So let's suppose we are going to validate person name, which should be required and should be a string, and also we need the validated email. And third parameter is message. So for messages we need to add message for I mean you can add your custom message as well. So suppose for required attribute we can add message, custom message, suppose required, and the message for required, the attribute, sorry, colon, attribute field is required. Actually this message will always be appear with someone's when user miss the data of any parameter which is required in the validator. And next step is we need if statement. So if validator fails we need to return all messages. So messages are inside this, and we can assign a variable. So messages are stored in this variable. In case of success, we we can do anything here. I mean, you can save the data here, you can send email, whatever you want here. So you need any action, what you in case of success, you can do anything. So once something, you obviously you need to return some response. So let's add a success response, which is success, and then your your action has been successfully done, or something like this. So here we just need to put this variable, and I hope it will work. So let's see if it is working or no in the browser. So let me refresh and delete all the thing. Pause. We have error here, which is unexpected semicolon on line 20. So let's resolve this. This should be this, and here I am missing support. So let's check again. Hope it is working. It is working right now, and as you can see in the console or in the response, we are getting the two error. The person name field is required and person email is required. So we have dynamic validation. The next step is we need to append this validation messages into our blade.php. So next step is we need here response div, which ID should be messages, and we are going to append all messages here. So in post.js, here we are going to append the messages. So suppose if response has a person underscore name, I mean person name, and then append into the message div dollar selector messages dot append, and then here you can put the message like this. You can also add a class here, uh, alert or something, and here you need to add one action which will be remove this error whenever you submit the form, and you will have new error. So suppose dot alert dot remove. So let's check if it is working or no. Let me refresh, and then as you can see, it is working. The validation is working fine, and I just need to copy and paste for email, and here also. And in case of success, you can you can add the success parameter here. and it should work. Let me so suppose we have uh, YouTube viewer and xyz at youtube.com. So your action has been successfully done. So it's mean it is working. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I would like to request you kindly give me comment that how can I improve the quality of this tutorial, and please and subscribe my channel to support me. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and yeah, thanks, bye.